Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More. We're at this small laundromat and car wash, gonna see how much money there is today. It's been doing better, which is nice, but it still needs to do a lot better to actually make money. And there's some crazy construction going on here in Kersey, Colorado, but not too bad. One thing I noticed right away is my open sign's off. I don't know why that is. The lights are on, so we've always had a few issues here. One day the door was locked because it had jammed up and stopped working. But everything else looks okay. Did someone just switch it off? Yep, I think someone just switched it off to be funny. There you go. So we'll check money, sweep the floors a little bit, and see how everything is doing. Of course, we'll have an update too on our improvements, which you can't see, but I promise are actually happening, even though they're happening very slowly. And we'll check the change machine too, see how much cash is in there. We'll check the change machines first, see what we've got in here, a whopping $3. This is the backup change machine though. So that's the one that has the least amount of money in it. And we've already gotten money out of these once this week. So there won't be quite as much as normal. Well, a few quarters gone, but like I said, we just took money out once. We had 130 some. So probably around 200 total. Not as much as we've had the previous weeks. So we'll see if there's as much money in the machines this week or not. All right, so we're gonna see what's in the machines right now. There's nobody here, so I can talk while I do this instead of doing a voiceover, which saves me time. And sometimes it's more fun, depending on how the coin boxes look. You know, this is the worst machine, and that's actually not bad. So, not that that's a huge sign of if it'll be good or not long term here, or with all the other machines, but that's the most we've had in that one for a while. Again, at some point, we are going to replace these, but I haven't heard anything from the Good Laundromat guys. There we go. About replacing these. They were supposed to come look at it, get me a bid, and just nothing. So it's frustrating, but we're learning to fix everything ourselves. And honestly, I have the people who could probably move these out and move the other ones in, but I don't want to mess anything up. Ew, gross. There's nothing in that. I wonder if that bottom one isn't working right. That one's flashing, but that one I know isn't heating. I wonder if that's messed up. We'll check that later. But these are the good ones. Hey, that's another decent box for these dryers. Definitely better than when we had our really, really bad weeks. That's not bad either. I don't know if as much as last week. Last week I think we had a record amount in here. But it's definitely better than some of our absolutely horrible weeks we've had. Sure, there we go. Let's see what's in these. Okay, that's decent too. Probably not record breaking, but decent. Not bad either. Because we had some weeks in January where it felt like there was barely anything in these machines. Make sure I'm putting these in the coin box. There we go. We do have the electric done here too. So soon, I'm not sure exactly when, we will be able to hopefully lay down some concrete and get some bigger machines in here. Like I said, there's a lot going on in my world right now. Oh. That one's not working. The easiest way to fix that is to trip the breaker, and usually that fixes it. I wonder what's going on there. I don't know which one it is. That got it. There it goes, it's working now. Like I said, I'm a professional repair person. So we'll run that through a cycle. It's so weird. These machines constantly will have this weird, come on, there we go. Errors pull up, weird things happen. You reset the breaker, boom, they're fine. I don't know what that thing is, a button, but it was here last week too. So I'm guessing that's time to go in the trash. People leave the weirdest stuff here. Shoes, like pants. That's not very good. And all the time people are telling me how the machine doesn't work right, the dryer doesn't heat, the washer didn't turn on, and then I come in here and they work fine. That's okay. I think there's less in the old washers this week. So like I said, I don't think we're gonna have a record, but it's definitely not gonna be a horrible week. It's gotta be this one. There we go. That's okay. One more box to go. Maybe they'll be full, like all the way full. It's always the last key you try. Oh, unless you give up. Oh, come on, I've tried all of them. All right. What is going on with this? There. Not $1 million, but that's an okay box. So, like I said, not as good as last week, but still a lot better than some of our really bad weeks. So that's good to see. Every time you run these without closing them, they get really soapy. So, but you can see it's working. All right, we'll clean some of this stuff up. I'll check to see, do lint traps, of course. One hint, always clean your lint traps before you sweep or mop, because then you're gonna sweep and mop again, because that lint will get everywhere. But yeah, things look fairly okay in here. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll count money, see what's in here, and compare it to last week. And of course, we'll go to the good, bigger laundromat here later today. Another example of things not working, but then working. Got a text about this machine not heating up. And when we came here earlier this week, tested it, it worked 100% fine. So, and people might think, oh, people are just trying to get a free refund from you or get money from you. But most of the time, people don't even ask for a refund or money. They just want to let me know. And what's another really weird thing is many times, you know, especially the new laundromat, even here, if customers are here, I'm like, here you go, here's a couple free bucks and quarters. People will get offended that I want to give them free quarters. Some are fine or cool with it, but a lot of people are like, nope, I don't want it. And I can tell they're actually annoyed that I'm offering money. I don't know if they think I'm doing it because I think they're poor and they need it, but no, I'm just trying to be a good business owner and give some bonuses there. But yeah, weird stuff can happen in this world, that's for sure. So, like I said, you do this before you clean the floor. Oh, I was supposed to I have a shop vac that we bought, but we accidentally bought one that needed batteries. We didn't even know that. And then we didn't have those batteries, it didn't come with it. And I was gonna try that on these, but then I think my contractor was gonna pick up some batteries for me. I don't think he did that yet. I mean, I could do it myself. I don't have to have him do it, but he's always at Home Depot. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just fix him up at Home Depot when I'm there next. But I could, obviously do a few things on my own, and it's not the end of the world because this isn't too bad. I do wear a mask when I do this because, see, lint everywhere. I will be sneezing lint or blowing lint out of my nose all day long if I don't wear a mask, because it does get, just this little bit gets in the air. You can kind of see the dust and stuff. I have never researched if lint is unhealthy for you, but I doubt it's healthy for you to inhale it over not inhaling it. I usually don't show this part because it's kind of difficult holding the camera with one hand and doing this with the other. So you're getting a treat this week. You are welcome. There we go. So let's see how much it adds up to. This is the dryer money. It doesn't seem like it's quite as much as last week, but like I said, last week I think was the most we've ever had. And this goes way faster than the big laundromat. It has way, way more quarters. But we've been getting over 100, which would be 400 quarters. So not quite as much that one as we've had on some of our others. But it's definitely not as bad as it's been either. So that's good. And here's the old washer money. There didn't seem to be as much in the old washers as normal. There seemed to be as much in the new ones, but not the old ones for some reason. And that fluctuates week to week too. Sometimes there's more in those, sometimes more in the other ones. When I first bought it, there was only old washers. That was it. So 302. So that $75 there. And these are the new washers. So a little more in that one, but still not record-breaking, but not as bad as it has been, that's for sure. And here's the chart, starting back from when I first bought the place in June 2023. So our chart is getting longer and longer and longer and producing lots and lots more data. Hopefully it produces lots more revenue eventually. That was our peak in October. It's never good to have your peak that long ago, but we also had the car wash vending machines there at that time. We're going to get those up and running again here soon, at least the car wash. And hopefully we'll get some more machines here soon too, like we said. So you can see we had a really poor start in January. Then we had a really good month. Another really poor month. Then we had another good month. And this one was kind of right in between. So definitely not as bad as some of the months we had here recently, but not as good as our record month. So that's good. Maybe we've left those really bad months behind and we'll just continue our upward trend. We shall see. But like I said, it's a slow process, but the upgraded electrical is done. Now we've got to decide, well, we have decided, but we've got to plan and schedule how to get some concrete under the floor, because that will take shutting down at least part of the laundromat, and we don't want to do that for too long, obviously. And then we've got to rebuild the floor and get the new machines in, and hopefully the new machines are working fantastically. I've got a 30 and a 40 pounder in my shop that I believe are working, but I don't know if anyone has tested them yet. So that could be another issue there. And then of course we want to move some of the newer dryers in too at some point. But again, the good laundromat repair guys have kind of been MIA a little bit, and so I'm not sure they're supposed to give me a price on that. I need to reach out to them. I could do that too. But there's a lot of things to do, and I feel a little better about doing those things now that we're seeing some sales improve. So there's the laundromat. It's still chugging along. We have the apartment rented next door. And I guess, too, that's something else. We should clean out the garage and put that up for rent as well, because I don't think we haven't run electric to it yet, but we know what we can do. If we get it rented, we can run electric to the garage, and then we'll figure out what kind of electric to run to it, because there's different options based on what the person who rents the garage wants to do. So there's some work to do, things to make happen, but we will slowly get it done. Of course, we'll tell you all about it as we go. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and we will be back.